friend finder for Twitter, and I was a huge fan of Twitter.
Was it
to this day?
Twitter or something?
It was 12.
12, yes.
Yep. I'm a huge fan of Twitter even to this day, so I knew Jack would do that, and I would have gone to work at Twitter if I didn't have responsibilities on the Android team that I had to see through. So then Jack reached out to me when we started Square very early, and it happened that I was already leaving. I was actually going to start my own company, but he reached out to me and told me about Square. I happened to be in town, and I walked over just a couple blocks and saw a demo, and it like blew me away. I was always, being on the Android team, I was very into this idea of like hardware accessories on Android devices. I already thought a lot about it. And, like when you swipe my card, that was before it's announced or anything like that. It was magical. It was pretty much decided for me right then.
Gotcha. So how did you make the jump from Android developer at Square to CTO?
So it was kind of a progression. I was on Android, I guess, like a few years. But then before that, I'd done a lot of server-side development. I worked on AdWords at Google, and I was an enterprise consultant before then. So it just turned out to be like a great fit. I know the entire stack, client, network, servers, distributed systems, concurrency, all of that.
Gotcha.
So I went from, I wrote our Android client, and then I worked on our payment processing system. We re-implemented all of that, and just to get the latency and robustness that we want. And I worked on our magnetic stripe decoding algorithms, which was actually really interesting. I think something that sets us apart. You'll notice, Square is one of the few that I think we work on more Android devices than just about anybody, and that was just incredibly challenging from a technical perspective. Just keeping up with all those devices and making the algorithm simple and robust enough to be able to support them all.
Gotcha. I think I read the latest Gartner predictions, mobile payments is going to hit 171 billion this year. How do you guys see just the industry happening, or how it's going to proceed? Because since last year, there are all these new entrants trying to do what Square is doing. There's PayPal here, Verifone has something now. Everyone's trying to jump into it. What makes Square so different?
Yeah, well, it's nice to have that validation. But to be honest, I really spend almost no time thinking about competition. I think